Hello and welcome. The floodlights are shining down here at the 80,000 capacity Lzzzzz Stadium just to the north of Doha. I'm Derek Ray and I'm joined for expert analysis by Stuart Robson. And with the game just moments away now, this really ought to be a superb watch. It's Brazil and they take on Spain.
Absolutely, this should be a
Nami didn't intervene and tie up his body parts. So if you put Zoro in this situation, number one, his attacks would be far less effective, and number two, Buggy has great endurance to keep going even after he takes an attack like a punch. And Zoro's punches aren't as strong as Luffy's. Luffy has stronger punching power by benefit of his devil fruit. So Buggy would have the endurance to outlast Zoro and then sneak attack him in some way and take him out. So for the first time in these matchups, Zoro loses. And next we have Captain Kuro, who is very, very fast, especially when he uses his out-of-the-bag attack, which gives him insane speed to the point that it's hard to even see him. But the thing with Captain Kuro is he's very overconfident with his abilities and not very calculated. So over the course of his movements, he becomes predictable. And so in the middle of his out-of-the-bag attack...
Now Campbell has just been...
This is the way to beat tight marking. Just look how he turns with the ball. That's a fantastic goal, you have to say.
So the ball rolling again with the scoreline standing at 1-0. Chance to run at them. Crossing opportunity. And behind it. Going for a corner. Not quite what they were working on in training this week. That is how to apply the pressure. And the ball back with Spain now. Can they square the game? Still possibilities. In it goes! But it will not stand. Offside, Stuart.
Well, it looked close, didn't it? He certainly thought so. He's making that clear to the linesman now.
Neymar. Back with Richarlison. Chance to cross. Opportunity. Separated by 2 goals now. You cannot say they don't deserve it. So 2-0 now. Vinicius Junior. Possession lost, intercepted. In behind for him to chase. Oh, marvellous defending to deny him. Richarlison. And Spain regaining possession. Ansu Fati. And he might be through here. Couldn't quite hang on. Well, threat about it. Neymar. And the advantage accrues to the attacking side.
Well, there it is. Brazil have controlled the possession. They've passed it well, their movement's been good, and they've been well worth their lead. Could get even better here.
Now can they win back possession and create something else? Oh, the post denied him. Well, able to survive that attacking push.
Well, how did that not go in? It was a great effort, you have to say.
Yes, in possession again, and maybe another opportunity developing here. Casemiro. On the ball, Richarlison. Really good challenge. The cross is on. Danger here as he runs at them. Really vital interception. Rafinha. This looks promising. Gabi. And providing width. And that takes a cross into the centre. Well, such a high degree of difficulty, not quite in the end.
Well, how good was that? It's such a difficult piece of skill, which he made look so easy.
Well, this will help them get back into the game. And a goal! Not over just yet. So there we have it, 2-1. Well, he stopped them in their tracks. Clear foul play, and as a result, a free kick forthcoming. And he's got the beating of his opponents. Neymar, being edged on by the crowd. It's a perfect challenge. Casemiro. And back with Fabinho. Neymar! And the post getting in the way. Well, it looks so threatening, but the danger averted. They all know their roles as they apply the pressure. That's not a bad ball. Well, the keeper wasn't fooled by it at all, in actual fact. Oh, that's a really good authoritative tackle. Throw in here. If you're wondering about stoppage time, 1 minute to be added on. The first half here comes to an end. Well, Neymar, dynamic, magnetic. Stewart.
Good morning and welcome to Law.
So back underway into the second half. Brazil with the advantage, but no room for complacency. A very effective challenge put in. Well, they did have the ball, but not anymore. Oh, and it goes! Now they're level! Who saw this coming? Incredible!
Well, here we can see it again. Look at the way he glides past the defender to create space for himself. And the finish is clinical. He just makes it look so easy, doesn't he?
Well, I imagine there were many who had counted them out. This has been quite the fight back. Casemiro. able to close down the shots. At the game level, let's see what they can do with this corner. And giving the ball away. Oh, crucial tackle, brilliant. Thiago Silva. Now Casemiro. Encouraging move this from Brazil. Neymar. Determined defending. Rafinha. Crossing opportunity. Richarlison. Oh, he looks threatening. Richarlison! And it's in! They're back in front! Stunning scenes here! And the ball is moving again. 3-2. And he's broken free! In it goes! 2 goals in rapid-fire fashion and looking very comfortable here. So the current scoreline, 4-2. Oh, breezing past him. Well, the fans really want him to shoot. Timely intervention. Well, they're on the scent of something positive. And the cross into the middle. In it goes! He's made it a brace for himself. No one's stopping him, apparently. Well, how about this? 4-3. Untidy on the ball. Oh, big chance! And the keeper has denied it.
Well, I've got to say, Derek, he was always in control of that situation. Brilliant stuff.
So the corner played into the box. Well, off target in the end, and that'll be a goal kick.
Well, I think the defender just about did enough there, but that was a chance.
Richarlison. Richarlison. And with that, the attack fizzles out. Neymar. And good use of advantage. The referee allowing play to continue. And unfortunately for him, he had worked his way into an offside position.
And I think everybody in the ground could see that was always going to be offside.
Casemiro. Well, we're inside the final quarter of an hour now. And Spain unable to hold on to the ball. Neymar. On to Richarlison. And after that fantastic effort, it's gone out for a throw-in. This looks promising out wide. This looks more than decent. Well, a corner it is, and they know they've got to be opportunistic at this stage of the game. Something to worry about here. Oh, a vital piece of last-ditch defending. 10 minutes left for play. And the conditions look pretty good for the counter-attack. Can he finish them off? He's done it! What a climax to escape! Well, if you enjoy high-scoring contests, this has been the game for you. And a play for a Spain throw-in. Very alert defending to cut off the supply. Richarlison. And support available. And doesn't get away with it. Free kick given. Oh, brilliant! technique. I'm not sure about you, Stuart, but I thought that was going in.
Well, so did I, but in the end it comes to nothing. But what a great strike it was. It was hit so sweetly.
And crossed in there. Well, it's actually ended up being easy meat for the keeper. Casemiro. Vinicius. And he's beaten him here. Can he finish this? Wonderful challenge. And there it is!
Why would you quit now? How does that make sense?
Goal! I must say, much to the annoyance of the keeper. Well, the referee has instructed the fourth official to put 2 minutes on the board. That's useful play. Will he find the net? And that's fantastic goalkeeping to get across and deal with the danger. Over it comes. And the referee blows for full time. Most acceptable for all Brazilian fans. A victory here, Stuart.
Well, Derek, they were the better team all over the pitch. We saw good individual performances. We saw an attack which was always threatening, and they played really well. What a performance that was today.
And so the battle commences.
Coming according to the working of Satan, with all powers, signs, and lying wonders. I was thinking during the pre-conference time that we
Zoro would eventually be able to perceive him and then land a finishing blow with a 3-sword attack. And next we have Krieg, and with Krieg there were a lot of similarities with Buggy in the fact that he used a lot of external weaponry to gain the advantage.
After a fierce battle in Wano and defeating Kato and Big Mom,
Good evening and welcome to Alcor. Welcome to the Albite Stadium, the venue for this one. I'm Derek Ray, and my commentary partner, as always, is Stuart Robson. And the general feeling is we should be in for a spell.
He one-tapped him! Brago! 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 He one-tapped him, and Killer was a fucking freebie! It was a 2-for-1!
Again, I wonder if Brago posted the video on the channel now, but we went over this shit too. Like 2 days ago, we went over this shit. One of the things I said could have been crazy was that if Shanks one-tapped Kid, Shanks went above and beyond expectations. He not only one-tapped Kid, he even took down Killer.
So, I mean, I think, like you said, Egghead, probably the best he's been in a long time.
Yeah.
Especially the outside stuff, Law versus Blackbeard. I mean, here's the thing. With a lot of the outside
Shanks
stuff.
versus Kid, quote
with a lot
unquote.
of the outside stuff, the outcome is pretty clear. Right?
Law less so with Blackbeard. I'm not lying to you, but
Law less so?
Less so.
Break it down for me.
Less so. What do you mean? What do you mean?
Okay, Law is facing Blackbeard and parts of his crew, right?
Law, yeah, right. And then Law is his crew.
And Law
right.
is his crew, right? And Law is coming off.
Kid with one ship is staring down a red hair armada.
Wait. So I'm saying that Law. I was saying that Kid is in more trouble than Law.
Yeah, way more trouble.
Right. No. Okay, so we agree.
Yeah.
I was saying.
So Law is, so when I say less so, I mean Law is less in trouble than Kid is. So like Law, let's say, could escape.
Okay, yeah.
And then do his own thing, right?
Yeah.
He's not being back, but I think he can escape per se.
Right.
Kid is getting clapped.
Kid is in trouble. I don't know. If Kid was the main character, it would still be difficult. But with Kid being a side character, going up against Shanks. First off, if Shanks didn't have the entire...
Luffy, he's getting clapped.
If it was Luffy?
It's the red hair armada, my guy. It's like literally, he has Dory and Brogy. Dory and Brogy do an Elbaf spear from the coast. And we're in trouble.
If it was Luffy...
No matter who it is, clapped.
I don't think so.
Okay.
Here's my thing. If it was Luffy, it comes down to a final battle between the crews. Like the other, everybody else gets eviscerated.
How though?
Luffy can turn into a giant and wipe them out in one swing.
Wait, but Shanks has giants. He has like the legendary. Wait.
Dory and Brogy cannot compete with.
Whoa. No. I'm not saying they can. What I'm saying is that Luffy has himself. Then he has his boys, his best boys, right? He has Zoro, Sanji's G-Bay. Then he has Frankie, Brook, Usopp, Nami, Chopper, Robin. Okay? Shanks has like, I don't know how many ships, but it's like at least 10 ships. These boys that kills fighting against were able to stall out Kid. So just keep in mind, these young bucks that Shanks has, they're able to stall out useless Captain Kid. Shanks himself hasn't even touched his boat. I mean, like let's be real here. I mean, it's 11v1.
It's a fleet of ships, right? That's what I'm saying. Shanks, Kid is in trouble. That's what we know.
Kid's in big trouble.
Kid is in trouble. It's just weird how Oda structures it because you're gonna have him take another L.
Yes. What do you mean? Whoa.
Listen. I agree that that's most likely. But man, does Oda like Kid?
Bro, you say take another L. I say he got one of the crumbest W's. Most unsatisfying W's. And Law too, mind you, but Law, he carried that one, so fair enough, fine. But
Kid did his thing too, don't do that.
Big Mom goes into the hole conscious. All the damage from the damn Punk, two of them, the Puncture Willie, the Shock Willie, the goddamn Bull, all bones breaking. Big Mom goes into that hole conscious.
She's different.
Well, okay, hold on. So compared to Kaido, Kaido goes down to the ground unconscious. Big Mom, you damn punks. Roger, what have you done? Kid Law. Yeah, I can't wait to come and get you, brother. I'm like, God damn, she's clean.
I don't know about clean.
It takes warheads to finish the job, not even them.
I don't know if she's clean. Like, was her arm broken?
Bro, she grabs a bomb on the way down. Keep that in mind, right? Like, literally, she grabs a bomb that blows out the under part of the island, and she's still clean. Like, come on.
She's built different. Like, there aren't 10 people in the One Piece world ever that's ever been like Big Mom. Even 5
like
is a stretch.
Tanky? No.
Even 5 is a stretch. You see what I'm saying? So like her being what it is, it's like that's just different level. But even though I think that was a much better performance considering what Big Mom brings to the table.
Fair, but at the same time, we also have to realize that from the world perspective, it's treated just as good as Luffy v Kaido. Absolutely. And we all know that's cap. It's like, hello? Like, Luffy has gone through the ringer. Actually, like, the Bajrang. Nothing, even though I love Law and Kid are not competing with the Bajrang gun in any way, form, let alone Gear 5 as a whole, right? And then I know people want to have, like, Kid's going to have He's gonna showcase the first time in Fusion, and he's gonna be like crazy powerful. Then Shanks will be, oh my god, kid, you're so strong. Wham! It's not gonna happen. It's not gonna happen.
I said, the only way Kid wins is if Oda gives Kid the Gold Roger treatment versus Golden Lion.
What are you talking?
That's the only way Kid wins.
That is. Why would Oda?
That's what I'm saying.
Oda loves Shanks so much. Okay, here is me high roading as high as it can go. All right.
Right.
Oda loves Shanks so much.
Right.
It wouldn't surprise me if he just actually one-taps Kid. Brago!
No way.
Bro, listen.
No way.
Brago. Brago. Oda loves Shanks. Oda did an interview wearing Shanks' fucking pants, man. He loves this nigga. He loves Shanks. Shanks is literally Luffy's role model. You think he's not gonna gas him to high heaven? Now again, that's like max high road. But if that happens, understand the implications of that.
You know what? I'll put Shanks on the level of gold.
You already did. You already did that. Wait,
that's what I'm saying. I already did that. I agree.
I'm about to say, like
it is in the realm of possibility that Shanks can one-shot Kid. I agree.
Yes.
Fuck.
Yes.
Here's the thing. That'll be so trash for Kid though. Yo, there's no coming back. If Kid gets one shot, okay, I understand it's a massive fleet, right? But what I think, even in daunting situations, Oda tries to show like, okay, this character's in a situation, but I'm gonna have him look decent here. If Kid gets one shot, Oda's like, Law's done what I expected for Kid. Kid is out of here.
Okay, hold on. Okay, what if? Let's do a comparison, all right? What if, let's say Shanks isn't involved at all, right? That'd be crazy. What if, let's say, Shanks is in the sidelines? Because according to Lucky Roo, their main gripe is Ben Beckman.
Correct.
So what if?
That's worse. That's worse. If he doesn't see Shanks again. We gotta bring back the useless Captain Kid if that happens. No shot. He has to see Shanks. All right. Here's how Kid. Even if Kid loses, here's how Kid can redeem himself. He has to get a hit in.
Okay.
If he gets a hit in, I'm cool. One hit, I'm cool.
What if it's one hit? What if it's one hit, but it's like no damage, or like Thanos, like all that first, like a drop of blood?
Then like that'd be trash because we saw with civilians.
So it has to be like a substantial hit. Okay.
I'm talking about where Shanks drops the one knee.
Brago, you are out of your mind. Brago, you are smoking. You are smoking the highest quality marijuana in the world right now.
Eustace, it seems I've underestimated you.
Eustace, Kid, against a fleet? No way.
No. I don't think. Okay, it's not a situation where Kid gets past the entire fleet. It's one where Shanks is like, I got him. Get out the way. I got him.
If Kid does a damn punk like Vegeta Final Flash wave on Shanks, and then the Kid's best attack we've ever seen in the story by far and away, like he gave his life, his soul, his hockey, like his body starts to deteriorate into like the abyss, and then Shanks on the knee, all right, fine. But if it's like I'm gonna fire a damn punk and Shanks, no.
You gotta get up close and personal. I would like if Kid went after Ben Beckman initially, right?
Yes, same.
That'd be cool because it's like, but here's because remember in Wano, we were all waiting for okay, Kid, Apu, Hawkins, they betrayed you.
True. True.
Go get your get back. He got one. What was it? He got one hit in on Apu.
Gibson, right?
Gibson, Punk Gibson. And that was it. Then Apu bounced back and fought half of the alliance. Right?
So
Fought
like,
Luffy,
pushing,
Zoro, Drake. I was like, okay, what's going on with Apu at this point?
2v1ing. I'm like, yo.
It was insane. Apu got to be discussed more. Okay?
Apu stocks were at their highest, yo. Like AMC stocks.
Remember he knocked out Luffy.
Bro, yeah, okay.
He knocked out Luffy, bro. Woo! He knocked out Luffy. Zoro had to carry him like, oh, damn.
Hey, yo, truth be told, that did happen, but then it was like, hold on, I'm actually fine. You don't have to worry about me. I got a little bit shook. I was it, you know? Yeah. So, but that was some crazy Apu times.
So that means that, okay, this is how I would know Oda truly loves Shanks. I know he loves him already. But if kid doesn't even get back on Ben Beckman, and here's the thing with Shanks, right? And people talk about how much I gas Shanks.
Oh my god!
And people think my take is crazy about him being on the level of Roger, but
it's not crazy.
I don't think I've ever said this, right?
Yeah.
In Film Red, when I saw how quickly he was able to close the distance against Kizaru, I screamed.
Bro, I'm telling you, man, that shit jumped like I jumped out of my chair. I had fucking Skittles everywhere. I'm like, yo, oh shit.
Yo, I was mad I couldn't rewind. I was mad I couldn't rewind because it happened so quick, right? When Kizaru went up, he fires, Shanks blocks it, Kizaru moves again, and then Shanks is there. I'm like, I don't know if this is movie stuff.
Well, here's the replay, and you can see why the manager is furious. It's just really poor play, offering up possession far too easily in a dangerous area. And at this level, if you keep doing that, you're going to get punished. It's just not good enough.
Neymar. Casemiro. Oh, denied by the post. And a goal to re-establish their advantage. Just look at the celebrations. What a big moment in the dying embers. Will it prove decisive here? And he has options available. Vinicius Junior. Now with Neymar. Well, it looked highly promising, but they got nothing out of it. And Neymar. Gabriel Jesus. Oh, really close with that effort. And very deftly cut out. How can they turn one of these attacks into a goal? This could square the game. And a good take under duress there. Fabinho. Giving the ball to the opposition that time. Neymar makes his way forward with purpose. Options around him. Well, the supporters think it's on. Casemiro. Can he get them level? Well, not every keeper would have been that brave.
Well, he read it brilliantly, didn't he? Top stuff from the keeper.
Neymar. Can he finish them off? Oh, what a fine save, and a timely one, Stuart.
Well, that does give them some hope, because that would have been the end.
Goalkeeper's ball, it was always going to be that way. Thiago Silva not given a moment's peace. Great strong tackle, throw in forthcoming. It did look on for them, but not to be. And a clear foul, but the referee letting the play flow. Well, the fact of the matter is sometimes there is no advantage, and that was the view of the referee. Vinicius Junior. Gabriel Jesus. It's got to be Neymar. And a goal to seal the hat-trick. A masterclass in finishing. Just can't stop him today. So the current scoreline.
But this is crazy stuff right now.
Bro,
That
was real.
They did come out recently and say that they lied about some abilities because they didn't want to spoil it.
Yeah, of course, that's fine. But it's just like, I think because there's still the Volume 4 billion, I think certain things have to still be applied. Like the idea that Shanks has Congress hockey to where it can erase his presence so no one can sense his future. That's, I think, has to still apply. Because I think that's the whole thing with, like, let's say him. Because if Mihawk has, let's say, the future side thing,
right.
God, whatever the hell, then Shanks has that ultimate counter, so you just can't read his future.
But what if it's like, because of Shanks' Conquerors hockey, you're ultimately always flustered, so you can't focus?
That's possible too. That is possible.
You know what I mean? Like it's so overwhelming, you can't possibly focus on the future while fighting Shanks.
Like he has a constant like status effect, like area,
right? So you can't. It's like.
Like it's an RPG boss battle.
Right.
You go into the area immediately. Boom! Here, like let's say you're automatically paralyzed no matter what. It's like
and you have to fight this fucking monster at the same time. You don't got time to read the future, bro.
Ooh.
You gotta focus on what's in front of you.
That'd be wild. That'd be wild as hell. But I think it kind of all boils down to what Kaido said about Roger, where he said that hockey can transcend all. Right?
Yeah.
And even though I think that it's right and wrong, because look at Kaido like crazy dumb fruit stuff going on. His last attack was the flame drum dragon. I'm like, dog, that's not hockey. What do you? It's a giant.
It's like what do you think Oda was trying to convey there? Was this just Roger Gas?
Yes, I think it was Roger Gas. Therefore, Shanks Gas. Because Shanks has to be as powerful as he is with just pure hockey. And like it won't surprise you, let's say if Shanks had an Elbaf spear, I mean that's like damn. But he probably has, I think, Roger's move. So he probably has the Divine Departure.
Sorry.
He probably had Commissary, I think he has that. Whatever Roger had, I think Shanks has too, basically. I think that the idea is that someone like Roger and someone like not people like Shanks, because they only had hockey, they had to focus on that predominantly, and their will, just as people, their wills are so domineering that they're like the top of the food chain because of that.
But let me ask
I think someone like Luffy,
that's what I asked you.
Well, yeah, because Luffy, I think he's the exception. Luffy's gonna surpass Shanks because he has like the crazy ability.
He has that and the ability. He has the will of Roger and Shanks and Rayleigh, those guys.
Exactly.
But now he has a god
the busted ability, right? Yeah. So like, and now in the movie they explain the idea of Shanks' his potential lineage, and that could be, let's say, a power route 2 for him, maybe. But I think that ultimately it's like when you have like when I think about like what Luffy could do in the future, and I think about like Luffy could literally like leave the manga. In Gear 5, he could just like leave the manga. If he did, I'm like, yeah, go ahead, King, do you? Because it's like he can do so many different wonky, zany, crazy, mad lad things. It's hard to predict what he can do in the future per se. So, but Shanks is like, oh man, like the way Oda views Shanks is like nuts. I think that he said before himself that like he views himself as Sanji in the Straw Hats, but that he views himself as Shanks in like the story itself. There ain't no way Oda's weak in the story, right? Like if Aizen is like Kubo, there ain't no way Shanks, who's Oda, is gonna be weak. That's not happening. That's not happening.
I think as a Shanks fan, sometimes taking a step back and looking at how Oda portrays him, very prestigious, very calculated. It's like and the thing is, Shanks' persona and Shanks' demeanor is one of, I know I'm that guy. Yeah, I know it. And I think, I had to debate with people all the time about Shanks and how
Mihawk.
Listen, I'm not even gonna go to Mihawk. What I tell them is like, we had coming off of Wano, we understand Kaido way more now.
Oh yeah,
and more than anything,
not everything, because we still flashbacks.
Not everything. But one thing we know, he wants to fight. He wants to brawl. He wants to box. And he pulled up with King, and Shanks stopped him from going to the War of the Best. What could Shanks possibly do to stop this bloodlusted, I'm craving? He been wanting Whitebeard. And Shanks said, nah, not today. You can't be weak stopping someone like Kaido.
Yeah, not possible.
It's not possible. And Kaido, I don't know if they met before that, but off of that interaction, he said,
These few men.
These guys.
5 dudes.
These guys.
Yes.
They can fight me.
Yes. Yes.
I think that's telling in and of itself.
Yes.
That he's different.
Yeah.
And he's supposedly the normal Yonko out of all that was there.
There's the idea that I think it was stated in the Road to Laugh Tale, where like when Shanks is on the move, I think even in the Ace Light novel too, where it's like Shanks is normally a pacifist. He's, you know, a guy that tries to balance out the world for XYZ reason. But when he's pushed or when he's pissed off, he's basically unstoppable. Like no one can stop Shanks. They can't shut him down. They can't control him. It's not possible. And I think that the idea is that Shanks, for the most part,
Okay, we are live. We are back. One Piece chapter 1079. I'm here with my guy, Sai. What's poppin', bro?
Oh, just popping bottles on camera. It's late night. We're drinking a lot. And
he's not there anymore.
Ever since he said that Blackbeard would beat him, people like dropped him like a used toy. It's sad to see. I still love Rayleigh.
What about if Akainu does something?
Oh, I don't know, man. People don't like Akainu's character. You know?
Yeah.
I like Akainu. I think he's on the side of justice.
Yeah, of course, justice.
Yeah,
we're
justice.
gonna trick you and have you stab your father and all. Yeah,
you know how
justice. Yeah, and you know the civilian is running away because he's scared. Hey man,
you gotta beat him up. Give him the 6ix9ine treatment.
You gotta go. Hey man, shouldn't have been alone. You know what I mean? All right, One Piece chapter 1079. Oda actually gives us a bit of behind the scenes with York-chan, right?
York.
Because first off, I think the viewers, a lot of the readers, it's not that we thought York was dumb. We just thought that she didn't have any purpose and that she didn't care about anything other than the stuff that, you know, she was designed for.
She was stuffing the meat in her mouth, so to say.
Pretty much, right? Yeah. And even while she's having this conversation with these guys, she's stuffing meat in her face and she's breaking down scenarios of what to do, how to do it, how to get away with it, and it's just like, yo, she's a Vegapunk. Like she's a path of Vegapunk. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And, like, what did you think about when you were going through this section? Because again, your experience is different. So like from the spoilers to the chapter, what were you thinking going through it?
So my thoughts always revolve around the community. And the community somehow still did not think York was the traitor. I don't know if you play a role in the community and you see what people post theories about, but a lot of people are like, yo, like York isn't it. Like this isn't York, it's a hologram. And
I think people are looking at the size of the gun as well.
Yeah, the size of the gun was another thing too, but I'm like, yo, like it's One Piece. If you try to put too much logic behind it, it all falls apart. Yeah. So we just have to accept York is the traitor. You know, the gun somehow produced a bullet that shot Shaka and didn't explode his head. It is what it is. The one thing to me that's weird about this is that somehow she still has a contingency plan to where she ends up becoming a celestial dragon at the end of the day. I don't know how that's possible. Maybe it involves, you know, not killing Stella, not killing the hostages, but it's just baffling how we get from point A to point B. It still doesn't click in my head. But if York is confident, if the world's smartest brain is confident, I'm confident.
Here's the thing with York that's interesting, because
the butt cheeks.
Obviously, right? But I think there's the fact that she believed that she had a chance at becoming a celestial dragon when the celestial dragons, they don't even like other celestial dragons. Right? Yeah. Like, after Doflamingo left, right, he came back like, nah, guys, I like you guys. I want to live with you.
Yo, my dad.
He's like, no, you can't come back. So I think for York, and here's the thing, in the chapter she says they're coming to kill me too, right? So
she's expendable.
It's like, right? So it's like, what was your plan at the end of it? You know,
who knows?
She's gonna try like have like a bargaining chip and to like a peace offering, saying, "Hey, look at what I can do.
Yeah, here's
look
the
at what
olive
I
branch.
did."
It's literally just Stella.
Right. Yeah, look at what I did to make things much easier for you guys. I really think I can offer something of value as a celestial dragon. But again, based off of how she was going about things here, in my mind, I feel like no matter what, she would always want more.
Oh yeah,
like, she's just programmed to be that way. I mean, it's like her makeup.
Once she becomes a celestial dragon, she'll probably look at the empty throne and say, "Hey, I want that.
Yeah, like, hey,
I want to sit on that throne."
She's gonna look at a girl and say, like, "So, Jay."
So Jay, what are you gonna?
Can we make it 6 other stars? You know what I mean?
Like, can it be the Rokusei? Like, what's up?
Yeah, it's gonna keep going. And so, you know, I wouldn't trust her. You know what I mean? But I did like how she orchestrated everything. How behind the scenes she kind of made it happen.
It's a cool mystery.
All the show is right in front of our faces. I understand people saying that it couldn't be York because of how much she was getting done. And there was a part of me that was skeptical. I thought she had at least a companion or companions because of how much she was doing. But it seemed like it was just a seraphim she was using. Right? She was commanding them from the jump. But for her to, like, have them all by themselves? When did this happen?
Yeah, it's foul play, dude. Come on.
When did this happen? Like, all of them by herself?
All the seraphims together when Sanji and Zoro were out here trying to save Stussy and CP0 or whatever. And, you know, like, sure, we went up to the control center and we left the seraphims behind, but nobody noticed the York coming outside to say hello to them? And think that's a little bit strange? It's kind of baffling, but you know what? Like I said,
you know what it is?
One Piece,
York.
It's cool.
She's the one that nobody really cares about, right?
Yeah.
And then we also have to address the uploading stuff. Like, how was she able to get around that for so long? Because was she not uploading? Was she not downloading? Or because all she does is, you know,
eat, sleep,
right? It's like, do they care about if she uploads? Like, all right, like, York doesn't have anything of value to offer.
Yeah, like imagine, you know? I love Gordon Ramsay, but I don't watch all of his uploads on YouTube. You know, blasphemous to say, like, his uploads are cool, but I don't always look at them. It must be the same for York. It's got to be.
Yeah, so she's just uploading like actual important stuff, and they're like, it's just her taking this shit again.
And then
like,
it's just like Gordon Ramsay saves the world or something.
Like, and you missed it. Unfortunate. I like in this chapter as well, like, every time you see Sentomaru, it was like things it seems like getting worse and worse for him. Like, he's just constantly regretting his decision.
Sentomaru's huffing and puffing like, oh god, like, dude, everything's going wrong.
You know, and like the good cop actually helps out the bad guys, and it's just like, I should never have helped these guys. You know what I mean?
Like Vegapunk guilt trip Sentomaru here. That's so funny to me.
It's in his nature, man. It's in his nature. It definitely worked, because it's like, man, I mean, it's not like I didn't help you and save your life.
From the street, you know, you had no family. Come on.
Sentomaru had to do it. It's like, shit, all right, man. Like, what do you need? So basically, that was like the entirety of the part with Egghead. They're just trying to escape. The backstory with York. Then we get
is that the saber of Zebek I see outside?
Oh, before that.
What's up?
You're right. Before we get to Elbath, there's a little ship, right? Now, is this the main? I don't think this is the main.
I don't
ship.
think it's the main. There's no way this is actually Marshall D. Teach.
No way. No way. Because it presents too many problems. Because if Teach is there, Teach wants everything. And if Teach is there, I don't think no one can actually stop Teach there. People are going to say the Straw Hats, but I don't think
this is it. I don't think this is where we fight Teach. You know,
it just doesn't make sense for them to fight here, right?
Yeah, it's too soon.
He has to fight Shanks first. He has to fight Shanks first. And so this is like a mini ship. So, you know, we've seen people traversing by themselves before, and the person that we've seen do it is actually part of Blackbeard's crew, Aokiji. So it could be him going to Egghead, right?
Yeah, I agree.
But we haven't seen Lafitte in a while.
Haven't seen Shiryu.
We haven't seen Shiryu in a while.
San Juan Wolf, another one. Nobody cares about him,
right?
But, you know,
I think
I remember you, big boy.
This could be the infiltration crew, right?
Yeah.
And the thing is, if it's a giant fleet coming and you send San Juan Wolf, it makes a lot of sense where it's like, hey, he's just here to wreak havoc and collect some of the spoils. Because it makes a lot of sense for Blackbeard to go to Egghead or send someone there, because hey man, they're cleaning house. Let's go and see what we can collect from
let's
the best
steal
mind
the
in the
Seraphim.
world.
Let's steal the best mind. Let's steal green blood. Let's steal artificial Delver.
Let's get something.
Anything
Leave
here.
us something.
Anything.
You know what I'm saying?
They could steal a civilian, and it would be beneficial.
What I love about this is that I don't think Oda's been in his bag like this consistently since Sabaody. Like the stretch of chapters, I don't think there's a stretch of One Piece that's better than
20 chapters, bro.
It's insane. But like Oda was in his bag from Sabaody, Amazon Lily, Impel Down, Marineford. Like it's just peak, right?
Yeah.
You can say Amazon Lily's like a down period, but like
it was world
the
building.
setup and build up. It was important. And I think for Egghead, chapter by chapter has been important. But right now, where we are, right, coming off this break, no matter where Oda goes, it's going to be interesting.
It's going to be a W. Like
it's going to be interesting.
You know, Oda's like looking at his bank account and he's like, "Yo, like this is going up. It's in the green."
He's like, "Man, like we're in Egghead. There's a couple Blackbeard pirates, I presume, on the way, right? We can go back to where Shanks is, right? We can go to where Law is, presuming that Law is still around. Maybe we give you a Garp update, right? There's so many things Oda could give to us, and then he's given us more information on the back end based on what Shanks said about Blackbeard, and could be the reason why we saw Shanks pull up for promo in Wano. You know what I mean?
love that.
So
it gives it actual meaning minus promo.
Exactly. It was like, oh well, I thought Blackbeard would be here. I'm like, I'll take it.
All right, sure.
I'll take it. I'll take it.
I can't believe
at least you're trying to justify it.
That, you know, regardless of if this is Marshall D. Teacher, Shiryu, Lafitte, whoever, I think it's blasphemous that these 3 logs taped together and put on a sail made it here before 100 marine ships and Kizaru that planned this before. Like, it's a meme. It's such a meme. But to be fair, crap, they're nowhere in sight.
The proximity of Elbaf to Hashinosu and Egghead, it's actually insanity when you think about where everything is.
Yes, because it takes days to get there.
It takes days to get there, but like for the most part, everybody's in the same vicinity.
Yeah,
like we talk about the New World, and how I've always pictured the New World is like the Yonko in 4 corners, right? They had their own corners of the New World. The only person that's more so out of the way is Big Mom, which makes sense because they say no one really bothers her.
Nobody cares for Big Mom.
Right? Sphinx is right there. Elbaf is right there. Hachinosu is right there. So like this entire time, like the Yonko were this close to each other. Like, so for instance, where Whitebeard, like I would presume Whitebeard was mostly like around Sphinx, right?
Yeah.
That's where he kind of traversed and chilled. And then Blackbeard, of course, Blackbeard didn't have territory, but Shanks was around Elbaf, I'm assuming, like around there, right? And so it comes down to why didn't they meet more?
Yeah, you would imagine that one bad tailwind would bring you to Yonko territory.
And then for Kaido as well, with Wano being, somewhat just directly, I guess it's somewhat close to it as well. For Kaido, why didn't Kaido pull up to Egghead before?
Dude, every day that goes by, every chapter that we get, the little scene where King and Kaido are talking about, are you Joy Boy? And it's like, oh, Joy Boy is going to be the guy that beats me. And he's like, oh, yeah. Joy Boy, he won't exist then. It's like, bro, like, there's so many people. You could literally walk 2 miles to the left and run into another emperor if you wanted to.
There's a lot of people that you could go and challenge to solidify that claim. But they did say that Kaido did get captured, and he has done all that.
He lost a couple times, but it was mainly
lost a couple times. Yeah, they didn't imply that. But something I was talking to the guys about yesterday as well was like, do we think we need, at some point, even at the end of the story, Oda gives us like some of the things that pirates have done, like at least the top tier pirates, like how did Marco get his bounty? You know what I mean? Like a bounty calculator. Like, this is what Marco did. His bounty was this, then it was that. I mean, it does seem a bit tedious because then Oda has to kind of add stories to every single character, and they have to match up with everything else that's going on in the world, right? But what happens a lot is we see these like top tier characters for the most part, like Marco, and he's like, "Oh, King."
I've never seen you before.
Never met King before.
I heard a story about Lunari. So would you be one, perhaps?
And so I'm like, has Katakuri ever met Marco? Right? Katakuri, has he ever met King? You know, it's just really interesting.
I hope he does do that.
This is in Film Red, so it's not canon. They even came out and said that a lot of the moves they used in Film Red weren't canon because they're trying to save things.
Yeah.
In Film Red, Shanks was like, "Oh, the son of Big Mom is here." You know, which makes sense because
he has the intel. You know, I feel like that's plausible.
That was cool as well in this chapter.
Yes,
where like they just tossed him the intel, like, "Yo, this is what we got on Kid."
This is Kid. This is Blackbeard. Yo,
you know what I mean?
Hongo's the merchant, bro.
We always assume like you get on the seas and you have no idea what like some of these guys can do. Shanks, he's done his research. Like he knows who he's dealing with when he meets them.
This is a thing that we've seen before, right? Like Big Mom mentioned that, hey, a Yonko's power isn't just strength alone, it's intel.
Yeah.
We know things.
Yeah.
Even Kaido knew a lot of things too, despite being only in Wano. Like these guys I wouldn't say smart, but they get the newspaper. They get the newspaper.
I do wish that played a part a bit more in real time, like in regards to intel. For instance, when Luffy pulled up to Whole Cake Island, Big Mom, it was somewhat insinuated that she was like
she kind of knew
underworld boss, right? She like had like even with Jigro when he pulled up, they were like, "Yeah, we know about what you did." Da 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 da. It would be great if like Luffy pulled up, right, and then Luffy's about to fight Kraken, and Kraken's like, "I know all about that." Like big, you know what I mean? Like
I've heard about Gear 2nd, Gear 3rd.
Come on, I know about Gear 4th. We were debriefed because Cracker. They did say Cracker was sent because Luffy beat Doflamingo, I believe, right? I believe that was stated. So at this point, I wish intel was used more in the story, like in this chapter, where maybe it's going to be used more going forward, where Oda is going to be like, well, this character knows about this guy and knows about this guy, and like it's not as, oh, he caught me off guard because I had no idea what his ability was. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like at this point, people should know that Luffy, I wouldn't say is the sun god, but has something to him, right? His bounty poster is literally Gear 5th, so he's kind of doxing himself in a way.
Yeah. I mean, it should be somewhat clear. Well, I guess it depends, right? Because for most people, if they see Luffy, they're like, "Oh, he's just rubber." Right?
Yeah,
but then he can transform
rubber,
into
but
this
fire,
thing.
You know, it's
right. He can transform. It's like